Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the Spring AI Prompt API. There is a video on my channel where I have discussed about the integration of Spring AI in your Spring Boot application. There we have picked Spring OpenAI model and integrated that in the Spring Boot application. There we already have covered how to create a chatbot. So all the things are covered there. In this video, we are going to discuss about the Prompt API and its integration in Spring Boot application. So let's get it started. Let me try to go to the Spring AI and try to brief you about the Prompt API. And then after that, we'll try to create one Spring Boot application and then we'll see how we can integrate it out. So let me try to come out of it. And if you'll go to my channel, you will find this video, which is Spring AI, introduction of AI in Spring, and you can find out the links of GitHub as well, those applications that we have developed. So you can go there and try to have a look, and then you can come on this video and try to watch this video. So let's get it started, and let me try to go to the IntelliJ. Or before going to IntelliJ, let me try to explain you about the Spring AI Prompt API. So if you'll come here, you can search for the Spring AI. If you'll come here, you can see that we are on the page of Spring AI. And if you'll go inside this Spring AI API, you will find this bots. You can see that chat client is there, prompts is there, output parser is there, ETL pipeline, embedding client, vector database, evaluation testing. So all those features of AI models are incorporated in the Spring AI here. How to use them, that is what we are going to discuss here. So we already have discussed about the chat client. So in order to use any of these APIs, you have to pick one model first. So let's say you are going to this chat client first. Okay. So if you'll go inside the chat client, you will see that there are a couple of models provided like OpenAI Chat, Azure OpenAI Chat, Amazon Bedrock, Hugging Face, Olema Chat. So these are the models that they provide their chat APIs in the Spring AI, and you can use them through the dependency. Okay. Now let me try to minimize this. So you can see that these are the provided features by the Spring AI. Now if you'll go to the prompt, you will see these are the overview related to the prompt. But before going to integrate these features, what you have to do is you have to pick one of the models. So let's say if you'll go inside the chat client, let's say you are going to the OpenAI Chat, then you have to create a OpenAI key in order to use this OpenAI public APIs. Or if you are going to integrate this Azure OpenAI Chat, then you have to create a key for the Azure OpenAI and then you can use it out. Same for the Amazon and Hugging Face and the Olema. So what we are going to do is we are going to OpenAI. We are going to pick the model as a OpenAI model. We are going to generate the key for the OpenAI, and then we are not going to discuss about the chat client. We are going to discuss about the prompt API. Because the chat client we already have discussed in the previous video. Now go to the OpenAI. There you will find the things that you have to do in order to set the OpenAI for your Spring Boot application. So you can see that these are the prerequisite. You will need to create an API with the OpenAI to access ChatGPT models, create an account at OpenAI sign-up page and generate the token on the API key page. This Spring AI project defines a configuration properties named spring.ai.openai.api-key. So this is the key that you have to use in your application properties file when you are going to develop your Spring Boot application, and provide the key that you have generated from the OpenAI. So this is how you have to do the configuration. And to do all the things automatically, you can use this dependency, which is for the auto configuration. And if you want to use like you want to manually configure your OpenAI in your Spring Boot application, then you can go down and you will find you have to include this dependency, and then these are the codes for manual configuration of your model. Okay, so this is about the OpenAI. Now let me try to go to the page of OpenAI. So you can come here and click on it. Okay, let me try to open it in a new tab so it will be more clear to you. So let me try to open it. Now if you'll go there, you have to first sign up here. If you already have created one account, then you can go there and create your like if you already have created the OpenAI account, you can log in and try to go there where I am just going to show you. So just first log in there and okay, so it is not taking up. Let me try to come out of it. Go to the Google. Let me try to log in there. So it can take few seconds to log in, so don't worry on that. It should not take this much time, but yeah. Let me try to re-log in here. So let me try to pick one of the account that I have signed in. So okay, something went wrong. Let me try to again open this tab and try to log in there. So we are here at the page of OpenAI, and now if you already have created the account, you can log in with that. So I have created this account with this mail, so I'm just directly going to that and log in. So you can see that this is the home page of the OpenAI. Now if you'll come here, you will find this menus like playground, assistants, fine-tuning, API keys. So you have to go to this API keys and you have to create your own API key here. So when you will first try to come here, it will ask you for your number verification, like you have to provide your cell phone number and get one verification code, and then you can create your secret key here. So you can see this option of create a new secret key. I already have verified my number, so I won't find those things here. But you will find this details here. You have to verify your phone number and then you can create a new secret key here. So just create a new secret key. Let's say test key, and just create a key here. Copy your key and then just paste it somewhere. So let me try to open a notepad here. And let me try to paste it out. So I already have pasted it here. Okay. So just let me try to go to the Spring AI again. So we have created the key and we are good to go. Now let me try to go to the IntelliJ and try to create one Spring Boot application. And then we'll do the necessary dependency management and all. And after that, we will try to do the development. So let me try to go to this, and here you will find that we done with the prerequisite. And now let me try to go to the IntelliJ and create the Spring Boot application. So go to the file new and go to the file new project, and there you have to go to the Spring Initializer. I am using IntelliJ Ultimate version, so directly I can find the option to create the Spring Boot application here in itself. If you are not using the IntelliJ Ultimate version, you can go to this site Spring.io, and there you will find the same page. You can create your Spring Boot application there with the necessary dependency, and then you can download it in a zip file and then open up in your IDE. Okay, so the Spring Initializer, and now let me try to give this name as a Spring AI Prompt API, and select the Maven here and go next. Let me try to include the necessary dependencies like Lombok and Spring Web, and that's all. Create this application and wait for a few seconds. Open it in a new tab and let the configuration be done first. So all the necessary dependency management and configuration will be automatically done. So just wait for a few seconds. And what all things we have to do is just go to the Spring AI again. And for auto configuration, you have to include this dependency. Apart from that, you have to include the repository as well. So when you will go to the Spring AI API, you can see in the getting started, you will find this repository. So just copy this repository and go to the application and go to the pom.xml. Go down, after build, you can paste it out and then run your Maven load. Okay, so let this sync with your application. Now what we have to do is we have to include the dependency. So just go to this OpenAI chat, go down, copy this auto configuration dependency. So when you will add this, it will automatically configure the OpenAI for you, okay, in your application. So just copy this dependency, come here to your application and go to the dependencies section and try to paste it there. And then again, reload your Maven. So all the dependency will be included and downloaded in your application. So just wait for a few seconds. Once it is done, what we can do is we can try creating our prompt API. So just go to your OpenAI again, and here you can see that in order to use that OpenAI key, you have to include it in your either application.yml file or application.properties file, and this is the configuration property name. Okay, so just copy this, come here and go to your source file, go to your main file. In the resources, you will find this application properties file. So just paste it there, and then you have to provide the key that you have generated. So copy this key, go there, paste it there. So we are done with the configuration of OpenAI in our Spring Boot application. Now what we can do, we can go to this Java main file and give a try to run your application and then see if all things are working fine. So just let me try to run your application here and wait for a few seconds. If our application is up and running on the port number 8080, which is a default port for the Spring Boot application, then we are good to go with our development. So just wait. Okay, so we are good. Our application is started and it is on port number 8080. Now let me try to stop this application and go to the OpenAI, and here you have to integrate this prompt AI. So go to this prompts, and if you want to look for the prompts, what is prompts and the overview of the prompt, you can come here and try to have a read. So you can see that prompts are the input that guide an AI model to generate specific outputs. The design and phrasing of these prompts significantly influence the model responses. So that is what we are going to integrate here. So we are going to create a prompt API in the Spring Boot application that we have developed. So what is prompt? Prompt is nothing but it is a input that guides an AI model to generate a specific output. Okay, and these are the other things related to the prompts. You can come here and just have a read. Now if you go down, you will find that inside the prompt we have the prompt class, and we have this generate and chat generate method of the chat client takes the prompt. So in the previous video we have discussed about the generate, or you can say the call method of the chat client, and that call method can take the prompt in it. So you have to first design the prompt according to your use. You have to pass that prompt to the chat client call method, and then it will give you the result according to your prompt. So we have the prompt class and we have the message interface. These are the things you can go and look into it. Now let me try to go down and discuss about this this piece of code. So here you can see that this is one of the example, and this is what we are going to cover. So let's say you have developed your application, and now you're going to develop a prompt API. In that API, what you have to do is you have to create your prompt first, and then with the help of chat client, we have to pass our prompt in the call method of the chat client to get the desired result. So that is what we are going to do, and this is what is listed here. You can see that this is how you can create your prompt template, and then you can create the prompt out of your prompt template, and then you have to pass this prompt to the chat client call method to get the result of the prompt that you have designed. So just copy this piece of code, or you can later on copy it out. Let me try to go to the application, and here let me try to create one controller. So directly we are going to create the controller. We are not going to create the service layer and all. We are just going to cover this example. So just directly going to create the controller here. So just create a controller. Let's say first we are going to create the controller package, and let's say prompt controller. Okay, so just create this controller, and you have to annotate this controller class with @REST controller. Okay, so just REST controller, and then let's say we are going to create a get API. So just let's say prompt, and then we have to first auto-wire the chat client here, so that we can use the chat client call method and we can pass the prompt there. So just let me try to complete this method first, and then we'll try to include or auto-wire the chat client. So let's say this is map and get prompts, something like that. Okay, so this is our method. Let me try to import this map here. Now, in order to call that prompt, or you can say the call method of the chat client, we have to include, or we have to auto-wire the chat client. So if you'll go there to the OpenAI, Spring AI, you will see that in this code we are calling this call method of the chat client. So for that only you have to include, or you can say auto-wire the chat client in your class. So just copy this piece of code, go there and paste it out in your method, and then try to import this necessary classes or interfaces that we are using here. So we are using the prompt template, we are using the prompt. So import them, and this adjective and the topics we have to create it out, and you can see that we need this chat client. So let me try to auto-wire the chat client here, and make sure that this prompt template and the prompt are coming from the Spring Framework AI.chat.prompts. Okay. Now let me try to auto-wire. So just auto-wire, let's say private chat client. Chat client. Make sure that this chat client is coming from the Spring Framework.ai.chat. Okay. Now we are good, and we included we auto-wired the chat client. We have created this method. What we are doing here in this method is, first we are creating the prompt template, and what we want from this prompt template is, you can see that by default it is given that tell me a joke on this topic. So you have to create your prompt according to your use. Here by default it is given that tell me a joke, and you can see that we have the adjective and we have the topics inside this prompt template, and you can provide those adjective and the topics from the API itself if you'll set this as a path variable or as a request parameter. So that is what I just want to do here. So in the prompt, what we are asking for is, we are asking for a joke, and we want to provide the adjective and the topics of the joke from the user. Okay, so you can include those adjective and the topics as a path variable in your API here itself. So we'll do that. Now first we have created this prompt template. Then what we are going to do is, with the help of prompt template, we are creating an object of the prompt. Okay, and then we are passing this prompt object to the call method of the chat client, and then getting the result. Okay, this is what we are doing here. Now what you can do is, let's say what is this returning? Let me try to see. So before let me try to add this path variable here. So let's say we are just going to add the adjective as a path variable and the topic as a path variable. So just copy this, paste it here, and the same for topic as well. Okay, so it is topic. Yes, let me try to minimize this so you can see this better. Okay, so adjective and the topic we are passing as a path variable. Now you have to include those things here in your method. So just path variable, let's say string adjective, and then path variable string topic. Okay, so we are good to go now. Now what we are doing is we are fetching the result from the call method of the chat client and then returning it out. The result here we are just returning the map. Let me try to return it as a string and then see. Now what is the result? Get result method return type is, you can see it is generation, and we are returning a string here. Let me try to deep down into it, and there is a method called get content. Yeah, get output and then get content. So just go to that, and its output is a string, so we are returning those things here. You can go into this call method. Let me try to go inside it and then show you. So this is returning a chat response. If you'll go inside the chat response, this implement the model responses and of generation type. So you can go inside those methods and the classes, and you can explore out. Okay, now let me try to come out of it. Let me try to go inside the prompt template and then show you. So this prompt template is a class which implements the prompt template action and prompt template message action. It has these many variables, and these are the constructor inside it, and these are the things that they're doing. So you can go inside those classes and interfaces and explore it. Go to the prompt. It is also a class, and implement the model request, which is taking list messages. And these are the constructors and the methods inside this. Okay, so if you'll go inside this, you can see that there is a get contents and get option instruction. Okay, so those things are there. You can go and explore it out. So let me again try to tell you the things that we are doing here. So we have included the or auto-wire the chat client because we want to call the chat client call method in order to get the response. You can see this, right? And we are creating a prompt template here so that we can create a proper prompt what is required for our work. And then we are creating a prompt out of the prompt template, and then we are providing this prompt to the call method of the chat client and then getting the desired result and then returning it out. So this is what we are doing here in this API. Now let me try to run this application and try to hit this API from the Postman. So let's say this is what our prompt is. It is like, tell me a joke on this topic, and you can provide the adjective of the joke and the topic also you can decide. So let me try to go to the Postman. So just open the Postman here, and there will hit this API. We have to provide the adjective and the topic, and then we'll get the result. So just wait for a few seconds. It will take some time to load. I have a lot of collections already created in the Postman, so it might take some time. So let me try to go to this Spring AI, and if you'll go inside the prompt boards, just wait, go inside this prompt board, and our application is locally upon the port number 8080, so it would be HTTP localhost 8080, and then we have to provide the mapping, or you can say the get API mapping that we have done. Okay, so if you'll go there, you will find that the API mapping is prompt. So just after 8080, provide the prompt here, and then you have to provide the adjective and the topic on which you want to get a joke. Okay, so just let's say the top adjective is good and the topic is friend. So you can see that our prompt would be like, tell me a good joke on friend. So this is how you can decide your prompt, how it would look like. And if you want to create a new prompt, you can just define your prompt here, and those things that you want to pass from the API, you can declare it like this, how the adjective and the topic is being declared, and then you have to create a map of them, and then you have to pass those things, or you have to create a prompt object out of the prompt template, and then you have to pass that to the call method. So we are good. Now let me try to hit this and then see the result. So you can see that the status is 200, and we are getting the result here. So this is a joke on the good friend. It say that, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything, including your friend's questionable fashion choices. Okay, so this is about the joke, and this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.